Mr. Speaker. Britain can leave the European Union in one of two ways. We could choose to reject EU regulation altogether. The downside would be severe damage to our economy, highlighted by Honda's Swindon plant closure, cancellation of Nissan models in Sunderland. Recent votes, I think, show the House rightly recognises that danger of no deal and isn't willing to go down that road. The alternative is to protect the economy, stay close to Europe, but the problem with that is having to apply EU rules, but no longer having any say over what the rules are. That is the Brexit choice. Move away from the EU, take the economic hit, or stay close, reduce the economic hit, but have no say over the rules. Now, Mr. Speaker, one of the reasons we're in the problem we're in today is we do not know the Prime Minister's choice. We don't know which of those two she favours. The political declaration was supposed to tell us, but it doesn't. Even if we did know the Prime Minister's choice, she's stepping down, so someone else will have to make it. But I do understand the Prime Minister's unwillingness to choose. Both options have severe downsides. That's why many of us opposed leaving the EU in the first place. But how can we sign off the deal without having some idea of where we're going to end up? All we do know is the Prime Minister's choice for the transition period, that is, for that initial period, to stay close. We'll gain control over migration from the EU, but we will lose our influence over rules we'll have to adhere to on data privacy, on financial services, on product standards, in a whole host of areas. Some, I think, worried about migration from the EU may think that is a reasonable exchange. I cannot see that it is. One example, Mr. Speaker, to illustrate the problem. We've conscientiously implemented GDPR data privacy rules. The UK played a key role in drawing them up. The Prime Minister rightly recognises we're going to have to continue to follow them so we can carry on exchanging data easily with the EU. So she announced she wanted to keep our place on the European Data Protection Board, which oversees GDPR. But she couldn't achieve that in her negotiation. Under the withdrawal agreement, we'll lose our place on the day we leave the EU. We'll no longer have any say on the rules, but we will still have to comply with them. And writ large, that is the position we'll find ourselves in across the board. Mr. Speaker, we do need a longer extension. We need a consensus-building process which is going to take time, and I urge the House to reject the deal today.